Playing against another guy, let's play d4. As always, maybe I can extend this to include a clock or something. Come on. Okay, I don't know. Let's make this smaller. My opponent play. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Oh my god, I really should have done this before the video. Okay, d4, d5, c4, obviously. Only move I don't know much about is actually the accepted variation of the Queen's Gambit. That is the only variation of this entire opening that I really don't know much about. Okay, so plays a6. I think castling here is the correct idea. I know he can take, but b5 is never really a threat, because queen c2, b5, I think queen c2 is the move here, if I'm not mistaken, because b5 I always have this move, right? I think that position is better for me, if I recall correctly. So, okay. So the problem here is he hasn't castled yet. If he has castled, which he has not, then it's a reasonable idea, as long as I just can come up with the moves here. Was it knight a5 or was it a4? I think a4 makes way more sense. We will obviously see what happens. I think a4 is a very natural move. Yeah, now let's take. I don't really have to take, but this looks really, really good. Here, here. I mean, it looks pretty good. Also, I can just go here first. I don't know if there really is a big difference. Oh, there is a difference. What was the difference again? There was a difference. Yeah, there was a difference. You don't want to allow the knight to go to b4 or something like that. Maybe I go like here. He castles, I take, he takes, 95. Taking, I think, is just a nice move to include. I guess we'll see after the game. But 95, I think, is a mistake because he goes here and then gets a knight here, and that's not good. That's not good. That is not good. So let's think about this for a second. I can also go here first. But again, he can just like continue building the pressure, and that doesn't really look good either. There's probably something basic that I'm missing, but I'll go bishop g5. It's a very natural move. And yeah. I will take. I think taking doesn't look like a bad option. He is technically starting to win another pawn. I'm not really that scared about losing a pawn, though. That's not really the problem here. What am I gonna do? Wait, I'm actually just much worse, am I not? I think I'm much worse. If I take his knight, he just takes back. 95 doesn't do anything. E4 loses a pawn. I think I have to take and play e4. Because at least I have the trick bishop d4, rook d1. So I think I will take. I think, yeah, take and play e4 is the only reasonable option, I think. I can also play b3 at some point, but this is really the only option, because I really don't want him to take. That doesn't seem like the best move, because the knight is not going to do anything here. Maybe he wants to reroute the knight here at some point, though. But it's not threatening anything. Maybe he wants to go here, but that just helps me, in my opinion. Let's see. So b3 looks reasonable, but after rook c8, I don't really know what I'm doing. Maybe it's fine. I don't think it's fine, though. Yeah, I definitely have misplayed this, but it's completely fine, obviously, for me now. Maybe I can play d5 even, to play for the offensive. Take here. That idea doesn't work in this position. Let's just play rook e1. Let's just be very patient. Don't really know where my pieces are going to go yet. Oh my god. Don't know what to do. I can play knight c3, but what move I'm going to play after that is an IQ test. I don't know what the hell to do after that. I can go play b3, but then rook c8 again is a problem. But I gotta play quicker. Maybe I could have played d5. Yeah, b4, knight a4, maybe. That is a move. Yeah, there's an interesting idea to go for this. I know that's one of the ideas, although in this case I don't think it really does much. I don't really want to sacrifice another pawn. Also, this is now an idea. Here, take here, here, here. No, I don't think it really. You know what? Maybe it's an interesting concept. It doesn't work, but I'll try it anyway because it looks interesting. So I learned this from a book literally like 2 days ago or something, where you can play for this kind of sacrifice and then you have some compensation here somehow. Somehow. This is always an idea, obviously. I can also play knight d4. The problem is I'm pretty annoyed by him going here. Like, that is genuinely a problem. But I think... Also, this is an idea to play e6. But if I go here, you can just go here, probably. But I think knight d4 is the most natural move for sure. Okay, let's just put my rook in the center, play e6. The problem is, can maybe play like f6. Yeah, let's go here, obviously. If he goes b4, I have to go knight b1. I can also maybe play... That move can't be good. e6 looks really good now. Then I guess I can probably take, but then I have this in between move. Take. Take. That's probably the best I can do. Is there any other moves? I can play knight f5. Queen e6. I mean, it's not the best position, knight 4 f6. But at least I'm blockading the pawn, and again, b4 is always a problem. Uh, e6 doesn't look like a terrible option. I'm gonna... But e6 bishop takes is still a big problem here. Maybe I can just take. And then, yeah, but I don't have enough pressure there. e6, bishop takes, take, rook takes. Doesn't look that good. Let's play knight f5. Kind of abandoning the idea of playing c6, but it's completely fine, obviously, in this case. This move maybe is kind of interesting, I don't know. I don't really want to play it, though. That move is illegal, actually. This move is possible, but then I'm giving away another pawn. Don't want to give away more pawns than I already have. Yeah. Okay. Let's just play quicker now. Holy fuck. Let's just go back. Let's just trade. And I get into an endgame where I have to play fucking fast. He's gonna play b4, I'm gonna play knight b1, I'm gonna play b3, he's gonna play... No. But now I can go here. Okay, at least... It's not the absolute worst thing in the world. But he has to obviously spend a little bit of time maybe calculating the lines. Although there is really just one line. Bishop takes, take, and take. That's literally the only line. Yep, there we go. Take, and take. And I'm totally lost. But at least... Wait, no. But at least it's not like that lost. Okay, let's go here. b4 knight b1 is forced, which is really annoying. That, yeah, I have to go knight b1. That's such a passive move. There's b3, queen d2 is forced. Yeah. I am losing. But now maybe I knight c3 and maybe I can take. You know, he has to play accurately here. I'm definitely posing a little bit of problems. That I don't think is the best move. I can just play knight c3, like the most natural move in the world. He even wants to triple up. Can I take the pawn? Can I just take the pawn? Bishop takes. I have so much pressure on the pawn. Take with what piece? Probably with the knight. Looks most natural. Take, take, take. Imagine if I take. That's a pin. That's just equal. Or at least not totally lost. Look at this. It's important that there's a pin in the end, or else he would have this, but yeah, he doesn't have this move because of the pin. He does have a pawn, but I'm pretty good at defending these endgames. Probably I'm not. I am good at defending endgames, but we'll see if I am able to in the first place. Let's see. So he goes here. That's a very good move. I don't even know if I want to trade queens, but I will. Rook endgames are my favorite for sure. Now let's go. I really don't want to allow him to bring his king in. That move? I don't think that's the best move, actually. Well, maybe this. Maybe this. Let's go here. Yeah, but now I can go here. So at least... Okay, well now this is actually very annoying, actually. If I go here, I just lose everything. I have to go here. That's so passive. Oh, yeah, okay. That was kind of game over there. I think I had a equality here for sure. This is not equal. Yeah, I mean, rook c1 here is much better. And just as everything loses, probably just c3 here, and then he promotes, but -6, holy shit. So, wow, this is actually not the way to play. Should I really play a4 here? A4 I don't like. A4 I don't like. 95 here. 95 is actually the best move. So, 95. The idea is castles, and my knight is just kind of stopping it from developing. Knight c6 is an usual idea. So what is my move? E4, maybe? E4 is terrible. Maybe just like A4. Okay. But yeah, queen c2, and then... Yeah, I mean, I'm completely terrible here. Yeah, I mean, probably just going here. I'm down a pawn. My position is terrible, and then I just give away a pawn to go for this idea, but... Does it work? Nope, it does not. And here, apparently knight b1 is not best. Yeah, and this endgame is completely losing. But he played very well. Only mistake I really made was queen c2 in my opinion. I don't think queen c2 is a good move. Because I thought I had to have something here, but I don't have anything, because he just plays c6. Yeah. Yeah. That was a game.